Hi there, everyone. It is currently the 26th of April 2017. Meteorologist Robert Spetta here with you. We are tracking our first named tropical storm of 2017 here in the Western Pacific. Always a milestone when you have the first named storm. This year, a little bit later than average. We've actually had them on January 1st just a few years ago. But the thing with this storm, it's not going to be impacting anybody directly. So overall, this is just for the sake of being the first named storm. It is barely at tropical storm intensity. There's an abundance of vertical wind shear cruising in from the west, really blowing this apart. You can absolutely see that with the cirrus outflow out here towards the north. You have some inflow down towards the south, but overall, this is just running into an abundance of dry air. It has vertical wind shear galore just impacting it. And really, the center of circulation is actually relocated earlier on today. It was down here towards the south, pushed off towards the north. All clear examples of not so organized storm system. But with this shear, what often you see when storms impact or get impacted by high vertical wind shear, they flare up for a very short period of time. Kind of like if you blow on a candle, at first the flame might get a little bit bigger, be blown out. And you really can take that analogy over towards tropical systems. Same thing here actually with the Joint Typhoon Warning Center. It expects a little more intensification, up to 50, gusting to 65 knots. Still tropical storm strength before rapidly weakening out as it starts to get impacted. Vertical wind shear, and the Japan Meteorological Agency also has winds about 35 gusting to 50 knots. Really, they actually keep it at that before it rapidly weakens out. Now let's talk about the dynamics here and where this storm system overall is going, because I know if you look at these tracks here, don't have much in the form of any land references. Now you have Guam back here towards the east. Here's the Philippines, and up here towards the north, that's Japan, the southern Japanese islands. Actually, this might catch your attention right here. This is a westerly low that's currently moving across Japan today. It's bringing widespread rain showers, maybe even some snow across parts of Hokuriku. If you are here in Japan today, you're probably getting impacted by rainfall. Completely unrelated, but there is a correlation with this storm's track and that low. And let's pull back the picture here and put the winds into the upper levels, because we're talking about the upper level jet stream. When you have tropical cyclones, they despise high upper level wind or shear aloft. Some cases a little bit. If you have about 10 to 15 knots, it does provide exhaust, but in this case, you have the jet stream starting to impact this. That upper level trough is cruising in from the north, and that's kind of hooking our storm system and pulling it towards the north and towards the east. That is why we're seeing that high amount of vertical wind shear, and why this is going to be rapidly absorbed with that upper level trough becoming extratropical in a very swift time period as we look ahead, and then it'll just sweep towards the north and towards the east. I'll actually get rid of the winds here. You can see what I'm talking about with the precipitation and that elongated basically form here on the precipitation outlook with the ECMWF model. That's just our tropical cyclone getting stretched all apart here. Probably it's going to develop some fronts too, a warm front off towards the north, a cold front to the south. You have the center circulation. Overall, what that simply means, it will lose those tropical characteristics. I'm sure there'll be a lot of waves out here. Maybe the Ogasawara Islands might see some high winds, but it's nothing too serious or too unusual for this region. Back to the satellite picture, you can already see this happening. Here's your storm system. The jet stream is dipping down right like that. Then here's our cyclone down here towards the south, or the tropical storm. I keep on saying tropical cyclone. That's just a generic name for any named tropical storm. That's going to pick this up, pull it towards the northeast, and run along with that trough or low pressure area back here across Japan today. So hey, some fun facts. I try to get a little more in-depth in the details of this one, since we're not really talking too much about the impacts with it. Trying to give you an idea of what's steering this storm system and why there's no chance of this going due west into the Philippines, just because of that trough towards the north, a few other factors, but that's the big one. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that update today, and as always, stay safe out there, guys.